Yes.
Who's
got the lines?
Meridian.
Yeah.
So welcome back everybody to UberConstruct Gaming Does D&D. Yeah, I'm Tom, aka Uber Seraph, and Aidan, who is Wasted Construct. Together we are UberConstruct Gaming, and hopefully you'll have kept up to date with everything that's happening. But if you haven't, you can rewatch everything on our UberConstruct Gaming YouTube channel. Just have a look for us. Links also on our Twitch channel. So yeah, go and check it out. There's all sorts on there as well. So just go and have a look. Check it out. Have fun. But yeah, you guys, previously in Hatheria, you, having been in the capital of Angel Run, Thunder being arrested, taken away, suspected of being a spy for Alzadora. But then Cadell coming to the rescue after claiming the contract from Sanctus Veritas and having then a written note saying he was allowed to take Thunder into his care, orders which a certain stuffy colonel could not refuse. But then, after Meridian has been asked if your crew or party could clear out some catacombs of some creatures, some undisclosed creatures, then you were persuaded to head down through a storm drain into the sewers and then into the catacombs themselves, which is where we left you. But as you were walking through the sewers, light it got darker and darker, obviously, as you're going underground into the sewers. And by the time you got to the area where you could drop down into the catacombs themselves, you could barely see what you're doing. But as soon as you drop down into the catacombs, it is dark. You cannot see what you're doing. And that is where you are. In the dark.
Thunder. Get in front, lad. You're you can see in these. You can see dark rooms.
I'll take one of my torches and light one of my torches.
Okay. As soon as you strike one, it kind of illuminates the immediate area, and you're in a bit of a small room where the walls are packed with bones, skulls and various bones of all types and sizes, and it is just packed in. There's no markings for graves. There's just bones everywhere, with a single door exit.
Are we like stood on bones as well?
No. They're kind of neatly packed away, but it is solidly packed.
Are they in the walls? Yeah.
It's all packed in the walls. Yeah. There's no complete skeletons. It's just all piled up, higgledy-piggledy. Yeah. Which kind of gives you the feeling of a mass grave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'd like to venture on down.
Okay.
Well, we'll send. We should probably. Thunder, you take point. You've got dark vision.
Yeah, he's just walked straight out the door. There you go.
Yeah,
I'll follow him with a torch.
Yeah.
Right.
Quickly followed
Come
by
on, everyone.
let's all piling out.
Let's all follow Thunder.
You pile out into a corridor which was much the same. There is the walls again just packed full of bones.
Sorry, guys. Sorry.
To be fair, I couldn't hear it. Yeah. But yeah, I'll just continue to explain. Yeah. The walls are again, it's more of a corridor than it was in that room. But again, the walls are just packed with bones, and as you continue walking, there's occasional side rooms which you can see straight into because there's no doors as such, kind of blocking the way. you can look in, and it's very much the same. There's just rooms packed full of bones, and you keep going and going. There's more rooms and more rooms. There's thousands, potentially dead here, if not tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands. It's hard to tell.
Is there anything like in the rooms themselves, or is it just literally like empty floor and then
It's
just
literally
walls of
just
bones?
empty floor and just walls of bones. There is an occasional where these doorways are. There's occasional kind of markings across kind of the doorway, which some read things like "sacrifice for freedom," or "for victory," or "in Eventine our saviour we trust." It's all very generic, almost reeks of propaganda.
In Eventine we trust.
Yes, like King Eventine.
Okay,
Yeah, and you
are they human? Are they all human bones that we
they
can
are all
see?
human. Yeah, they all seem human anyway.
I'd like to carry on.
Yeah. Well, yeah. You keep going, you keep finding more, but then you eventually come to a stairway, which is the only kind of place different. You must have been walking for 20, 30 minutes of just nothing but bones, and then you come to this stairway. You start headed down because there's no other way to go, so you start headed down. Thunder, you still taking point? Yeah.
Yes, please. Yeah.
Yeah, fine.
Is it a spiral staircase?
No, not
No.
spiral as such. It is primarily just one straight one down, but then it occasionally then does a 90-degree turn. It's always a left turn. It's not necessarily spiraling, but it's like long straight, a turn, another long straight. It's just very basic architecture. But then it's a long way down.
Sorry, I'm sorry. I've got an emergency in the bar. I've got to run down. I'll be back in.
No worries.
I'm sorry, guys.
Guys,
Sorry.
upstairs.
It's all right.
It's like,
There's a tiefling trying to push tables together.
Sick.
Gonna have him.
I think a few beers have gone at once, and it's Aiden's mum, and she's flapping.
No, that's all right. Change a few barrels.
What
It'd be the quickest barrel changes in history.
What if he
It
wasn't?
will. Keep going. I'll
it's
catch
all right.
him up.
Yeah, fine. So as you're kind of headed down this, it's still kind of like walls on both sides of the stairs, kind of staircase. You don't see down, and it goes down some way, and then you get to kind of a point where the architecture, even in the staircase, visibly changes. It goes from just being very basic, just stone, just there, as a supporting structure, becomes ornate. Not fancifully ornate, but it does have some more patterning to it. Some more effort has gone into making it aesthetically pleasing. And then it opens up into a corridor as such, but it's a wider corridor with supporting pillars down the middle. And these pillars again has more fanciful, ornate. I say fanciful. It's not fancy like as you'd stereotypically elven kind of fanciful. It just has a bit more kind of design work to it, bit more blocky, almost. I always get mixed up. Art Deco kind of style into it. So from this kind of wider corridor, there's no bones in the walls as there were before, and there are side rooms a little further on. So what are you wanting to do? You don't see anything else from here.
I'd like to have a look in one of these side rooms.
Okay.
yeah, I'll go with him.
I'll gingerly step through.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Are you wanting to make an investigation?
Yes.
Just a general investigation. See what
Just
you
a
see.
general investigation.
Yeah, make it. Go for it. I assume Hector's helping you, so make it with advantage.
Yeah, I'll
yeah.
D20, sir.
Yeah, 2 D20s, take the highest.
Me?
Yeah, just because Hector's helping you.
Okay. 19 and a 13.
Oh, well, yeah, 19 plus however many is plenty. Is that including you?
19 plus nothing.
Ah, right, well, there you go. Fair enough. So, yes, you are on the way in to this room. I mean, it's still a very good roll. On the way in through the doorway.
Taking Aiden's
Hell, Nelly. You can make his rolls. Yeah, so as you're on the doorway on the way in, it does again have some kind of writing on top, and it's in 2 languages. What other languages do you know other than Common?
And me?
Yes.
Infernal.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I don't know what I think it is. So.
No, it's fine. Well, no, you don't. There's 2 kind of bits of writing, and one is in Common, and you can understand it, and the other one is in a language you don't understand. So then, yeah, you looking at it, it says lone soldier defeating a village from pirates. No, defending a village from pirates. Sorry. So yeah, and then that's all it says, and you walk in.
Lone soldier defending a village from pirates.
Yeah. And you walk in, and then in this room there is just a center kind of sarcophagus, intricately decorated, which is about about 5.5 feet long.
Is it laid down or stood up, sir?
No, it's laid down. Sorry, it's it's solid stone,
right.
laid down. It's just very kind of solid stone, but then this stone has been then carved into to make it intricate. But then that is it. There doesn't appear to be any other kind of.
Is there a visible lid on this thing?
There is, yes.
We want to be disturbing sarcophaguses.
Sarcophagi.
Sarcophagi.
Yeah.
That is purely down to you. Yeah, there is nothing else visible in this.
Can I just ask how many other side rooms were there?
Well, as from what you can see, it was kind of continued on the corridor.
Oh, really?
All down the corridor, yeah.
Well, no time like the present, chaps. Who's strong? Should we get this open?
Yeah, I'm strong. Yeah.
Hector's right there with you.
I'm just.
I
did say
know
we could help ourselves.
Make a strength roll then.
Yeah, I'll stand back.
I bet this guy was rich. I bet he's got loads in there. Strength check. Oh, 14 plus.
We're clearly in the
18.
Posh part
18.
of the catacombs. If they were all piled up on top of each other up there, they're all the poor
Already.
people, aren't they? We're now in the posh seats. Come on, boys, whip that lid off.
It's an 18. Strength.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You shift. I mean, you're just using brute force and just kind of move it. It just kind of slides across just a little bit, just about that much, just a bit of a gap, and then just a rank smell hits you of death and decay.
Wow.
You have to reel back a bit. I'll not make a constitution check. But yeah, it's stale and it's horrible. No, I'm not gonna. Can if you want, but, I'm not gonna make you do it. But yeah,
get your hands in there.
It depends. Do you want to? You say it's open a bit. Do you want to?
Can I get my torch and sort of hold my torch in and then just have a look, see if I can
have a look in. Yeah.
Yeah, let's have a look in. Let's not like root about too much, but let's have a look. See if we can see anything.
You have a look in, and you see what was what you've found to be the head end of the sarcophagus, and there is a skull in there, but there's obviously, as it's what was a sealed sarcophagus, so it's not 100% decayed even after however long this is. So it's still quite a lot of it's practically sludge just in the bottom of this sarcophagus.
Check if you
now,
have gold teeth.
with these. Well, you don't see any light glimmering, shining out of there.
Just sludge. Well,
It's just
sludge.
a skeleton
Push
head,
it back.
and then
Yeah.
there's just sludge
Yeah.
what you see in the bottom.
Yeah. Fuck all of it. I'll close the lid again.
Okay.
That was a mistake. No, I didn't.
I don't know who suggested that.
Bad idea.
Let's go.
Yeah, no
Let's
idea.
go.
Right, back into the corridor then and meet up with everybody else.
Yes. back in.
Nothing to see in there, guys. It's just we didn't touch the sarcophagus. Thought better off it, you know.
Shall we? What are we doing? Shall we crack on, or do we want to check some more side rooms of sludge?
We might as well just. Well,
Let's-
can
let's-
we see? Can we just have a look at what's written above the doorways and see if one says "Here lies ye old rich fucker" or something along those lines?
You've checked a few of the wordings above there. You seem to think that these are people are buried here not based on who they are, but their deeds in life. So there are some that are like
is the one of them
beloved
called-
healer and teacher type things.
So, does any of them say "Here lies Richie McSpenderlot"?
No.
Well, top bit was all piled up on top of each other, so that was the peasants. This is the people of some note. So if we carry on going
The
down,
heroes.
yeah, if we keep going down, we're here to kill something and we haven't come across it yet, so we might as well just mooch on.
Yeah,
it's
and
carry
as you're looking at these kind of deeds above doorways, you notice, Thunder, a couple of them are written in Infernal.
Oh, really? I'd like
Yes.
to read those, please.
Yeah,
Right. Sorry, guys.
it's all
Sorry,
right.
guys.
It's all right.
I didn't miss anything.
Yeah,
Had a shifty inside a tomb, it was full of gloop, and we closed it again. That was
Yeah.
I'd like to read those internal inscriptions.
yeah, okay. Yeah, so yeah, these inscriptions, of which I haven't written any more than what I've told you. So yeah, it is just basic the deeds in life. So they'll have been looking after the elderly, looking after people, or they'll be have defended somebody, or they'll have done some great deed which will have been of note. But yeah,
Enough
there
times
have been nothing kind of makes it stand out. It makes this one person stand out within their lifetime,
Right.
but not necessarily stand out amongst any of the other dead next to them.
Okay.
this would suggest that there's a tiefling that are buried.
There's it suggests that
rooms.
there's a few.
It's very unusual for a city that is out and out war with the tieflings and a king who went out of his way to kill everyone he saw, allow whether they be heroes or not to allow tieflings.
Maybe it's a very ancient tomb.
That's mighty
These tombs have
insightful
been
of
here.
you, Mr. Meridian.
They could have been slaves.
Is it from before the war?
Thunder, do you want to make a history check?
Yes, please.
Go for it.
20.
A natural
Oh.
20.
No. Is it a D20? Yes.
Oh yeah. Oh,
got all
wow.
excited
Yes, you'll have all the history.
I got a 5.
Oh,
What,
yeah.
what's your
You've no
history,
idea.
though?
No, I don't even think I have a history.
I don't think it's going to make the difference, to be honest with you.
Ah, fair enough.
I got a splashback from my drink, wind in my eye.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, you don't know. You can't recall why there would be tieflings here.
But, sorry.
Anyone else got
Can I roll a history check?
but- Well,
Military back.
you can roll a history check, but based on the fact that you also see some of these inscriptions written in Dwarvish, which I know you understand.
It can read.
Yes. Yeah. And what you'll have missed is all these inscriptions above each doorway for individual tombs, effectively, is their deeds in life. Like they defended a village on their own. It doesn't say whether they succeeded or not, just that the fact that they tried. And that was enough.
Right, and some of these inscriptions are in Dwarf.
No, there's always sometimes there's just in common, but sometimes there's two layers of language, one written in common and then underneath another language, and some of them are in common, some are in infernal, and some in a language that nobody knows.
So this could be from before the time of the war, so we're talking hundreds of years
Ancient tombs.
But
Let's crack on.
Make a history check if you want, or do you want to move on?
I'll make a history check.
I'm just thinking now, ancient tombs, and we're down here looking for trouble. I've played Skyrim. I know where this is going.
How much?
I got a 16. 16 plus 0, so 16.
All right.
Okay. Well,
It's better than mine.
what you would probably remember from kind of general history that you've been taught growing up, the history of Angel Run itself is, well, the fact that there was something here before Angel Run as you know it, that's kind of got built on top. So as the centre of Angel Run is kind of set as above ground level. Before that was built, there was an existing city beforehand, which they then kind of levelled and then rebuilt. So this could well have gone below that, or properly underground into
From
like,
pre-war.
A long time pre-war, a long time pre-war.
Yeah, where maybe races might have mixed together, and
Makes sense. Yeah.
Let's crack
So
on.
Onward.
Come on, I'm
That's all right.
spoiling for a fight.
Thunder's off.
Yeah,
Thunder's
go on.
paddling ahead, quickly followed by Hector with a torch.
Yep.
So then you were checking out a few rooms and that, and then Thunder and Hector very quickly turn a corner to be faced by two skeletons stood, look with stood, and then they just kind of go, and then kind of turn towards you and look at you, and just Thunder and Hector roll initiative, please.
On a D20.
You went off ahead, yeah.
19.
It's a 9 for me.
Okay.
9.
19, did you say?
Is that including your initiative plus?
Yeah.
You're not. Yeah.
Thunder was 19, was it? Thunder?
19 for me, yeah.
Sweet.
What's your initiative? Did you add your initiative on?
I don't know where my initiative is.
It'll be at the top.
No, it's -2, isn't it? So
Yeah.
why have I got -2 initiative?
Because you've got an appalling
It's-
dexterity.
Dex.
It's effectively a dexterity check.
Yeah.
Because you've got a poor dexterity, you'll have a poor initiative.
That's a bad dexterity.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of his skills were pretty poor, to be honest. But you got it where it
Got
counts.
massive arms though. They're going to be bumping into shit all the time, aren't they?
Yeah. So
It's
Thunder,
decent roll.
regardless of that minus, you get to react first.
So.
Fuck.
You got two
I
in
would-
front of you.
I know.
How
I
far-
don't know
How
many
far away
skeletons.
from us are they? Are they literally like
Like
10
10 feet.
10 feet. Oh.
Yeah.
10 feet.
Yeah.
I would like to cast a second level. Are these bad skeletons? I don't know this yet. I'm just going to fucking attack
Well,
them.
you don't know, so yeah, do whatever you think Thunder would do. Being
I would
surprised,
judge
startled.
Oh, Marley lady.
I would like to ask. I would like to hail these skeletons and ask if they are friend or foe. To start with.
Well, that would be your action. Yeah. So yeah, you call out to these, and they just go, and then start just kind of drawing, like shambling with swords towards you. They don't seem intelligent.
Okay. So can I not attack now then?
Well, that was your action.
So,
If you've got
yeah.
a bonus action, you can.
Behind Hector.
And you've still got. You still have a movement as well.
Yeah.
bonus action. I will give bardic inspiration to poor guy.
Hector.
Hector.
Oh yeah.
And you still have your movement as well if you want it.
Fucking jump behind me.
I'm gonna move backwards. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right. Wise. Okay. At which point then, the one of the skeletons that you were talking to kind of shambles towards you. At
Does
which
it-
point
Does it get within my reach?
it was already in your reach, unfortunately.
Oh.
So yeah,
Right.
you don't
I
get
can't take my
your.
reaction.
You can't take your 10 feet reaction.
Wow.
No.
No.
We ran round corner.
Yeah, so it comes to Hector because Thunder did one. So yeah, he's got a short sword on him, and he goes to strike. And 11. I assume that does not hit.
That does not hit.
Right? Yeah,
Nice,
just kind of shambling skeletons. They're not amazing. Yeah, and then that was its turn.
Yeah.
Yeah, then it's Hector. Your turn.
Sweet.
Knock its jaw off.
Oh yeah. Big old swing. Big old swing. 13 plus 6. That's a 19 to hit.
Oh yeah, that'll definitely hit them.
And that is great. 1 plus 4, so 5. 5 damage.
Oh, okay.
And I'll do my bonus attack as well,
Okay.
which is 15 to hit.
It does still hit. Yep. What type of damage are you doing? Sorry.
That was, I think it's
It'd be
Slash.
sharp. Slashing. Yeah, yeah.
slashing with that one, and then this one's bludgeoning.
Okay.
And it was 4 plus 4, so this one's 8.
8. Okay.
Yeah.
What's that? 5 plus 8.
Yeah. Well,
that's
you
13.
you think that from when you kind of hit it with your the blunt end, you think that wasn't as effective. You getting the impression.
The resistant to piercing.
Bludgeon.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, and then the other skeleton kind of shambles up as well.
I mean,
Yeah,
that's
21 to hit you on that one.
Yeah, I'll definitely hit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely it.
So at which point then does 5 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
And then that's it. That's turn. Right, so then it goes round to the top of the round. So during that kind of quick flurry of attacks, you guys hear the kind of the drawing of weapons and the clang of battle, which you are familiar to now. So you know as they've turned around the corner, some shit's gone down. So everyone else roll initiative as well, please.
Okay, D20.
Hey!
What's my initiative? Yeah. My initiative is
7.
7 was it?
it's plus 1.
I've plus nothing.
16 plus 1, so 17.
17.
Yeah, your initiative's plus 1 as well.
17 plus 1. 18.
Okay.
You're right.
Arabella
Oh,
is
wait.
18, and we said that Thunder was -2, wasn't it, to us? So it goes down to 17.
I think that's the first time I've noticed that is what I have on that. So there we go. I've been cheating.
It's alright, yeah, it's alright.
Okay.
Don't worry about it. Right, so top of the round would be Arabella. You are a little bit round the corner, so you can't see what they're attacking, but you can see Thunder's kind of darted back a little bit. You can see Thunder. You are about 10. Well, you are 10 feet away from the corner, and where Thunder is.
I think it's a run around corner.
Well, I need to run around the corner then.
Okay, so yeah, you move take your movement around, and then you can see Hector, who's engaging in combat with two skeletons, who are kind of got scraps of bits of armour on them, which are just kind of loosely hanging off from rotted bits of leather that are holding it on, and with what a rusted short sword. And that's what you see. What are you doing?
Do you have any ranged attacks?
I think I do.
Apart from spells. Did you have a longbow? Or
A javelin.
Oh, bye. I'll be back. I'll be back in 2 minutes.
All right, no worries. Yeah, but
Got 30. Is that 30-foot range?
if it's within 30 feet, you have a disadvantage. If it's less than 30 feet, you have a
no,
disadvantage.
it's the other way around. Up to that first range value, it's a straight roll. If it's beyond that, up to the second value, it's at disadvantage. But,
Yeah, sorry, so no, so you don't have
but
disadvantage.
also, if you're in 5 feet of something, it's in disadvantage because you're in melee range trying to do a ranged attack. So you get disadvantage for that. But otherwise,
it's more than 5 feet away, isn't it?
How
Yeah,
close
yeah,
am I to it?
Yeah.
um, what I'd say,
How close am I to it?
I'd say you are 15 feet away, 10 feet
So
to
you could-
Hector, and it's just the other side of Hector.
So you could, yeah.
Right,
you
I'm
could have
going
it.
to throw a javelin then towards the skeleton
One
that's
of
near
them.
Hector.
There's two.
One.
Yeah, left or right.
The one that's already taken damage.
Yeah, but
Oh, yeah, the one-
you're not certain. So left or right.
All right, okay.
Left.
Okay. In my head, I knew which was which, so I just
I'm
Yeah.
just going
use right.
left arm.
Fine. Yeah. Make
Give it a go.
make a
So it's
range.
1d6.
You got to hit first, so you've got a +2 to hit. So you need to roll a d20
Yep.
first
D10 first.
to hit. For your hit, you want to have a decent roll.
14.
14 +2, so 16,
16.
Yep, that hits. Roll your damage.
and then
So that's it.
it's a d6. Yeah,
That's 6.
yeah, that's 6. Yeah, so it's a d6. So yeah,
Come on.
I think with your javelin, it's just a straight.
Alright, 4 then.
Yeah, so
4 then.
it's a straight.
Okay. So
Yeah,
you
I think so.
If you do the roll on D&D Beyond, it'll tell you if you've got a plus.
it'll yeah.
Piercing
No,
damage.
yeah. So it's 4 piercing damage.
Yeah, so that was enough to finish it off. So how do you want to do it?
Oh, you picked the right one. Nice.
Yay.
Yeah.
You picked the right damage
Yeah.
one.
Yeah, so you launch your javelin, and it just kind of went through an empty eye socket and just kind of took its skull off
Oh, nice.
its spine, and just kind of clattered into the distance,
Remember to pick it up afterwards.
leaving. It is well, Thunder and Cadell had the same initiative roll, but seeing as Thunder's not here, Cadell can go first.
Right. Well, seeing as we're only facing one.
But you don't know that yet.
aren't we? All right. Sorry. Okay. So I'm gonna run round the corner
Sure.
as close to this carnage as I can.
Then you see Hector engaging with one skeleton. There's a crumpled pile of skeleton and bits of armor.
So using my full 30 feet movement,
You can get
Whereabouts?
into melee.
I can get into.
You can get into melee with the skeleton, yeah.
Right. Okay.
Shoulder to shoulder with Hector.
Oh, so I'm stood right next to him.
Yep.
Okay. Well, then I am just gonna. I don't want to waste a rage on one enemy, so I am just gonna go for a good old
Smack, smack.
double choppy chop without raging.
Choppy chop.
So to hit with my hand axes, Oh, I've got a +6. This should be all right. This should be all right.
You say that.
18 plus 6. So
Yeah, that's all right.
I'd like to think I've hit with a 24.
Yeah,
I think I've
you've
hit.
definitely hit him with a 24. Yeah.
And where's me D6? There's me D6. Ooh, I like that colour. It's only a
Thought I'd
1,
have you.
but it's a +6, so it's 7 damage
7
with me
points
first.
of piercing
With
damage.
first swing.
Yeah.
Tell me what damage.
It's not bludgeoning, so don't worry about it.
All right, okay,
second
right.
attack.
So yeah, second attack. I am rolling 7 plus 6, which is brain's not working.
13.
13. 13.
13. That just hits. Yeah.
Just nice. And then a D6. Same again. Roll the 1. Same again.
It's 7.
Oh, in fact, no. I'm sorry. I tell a lie. I've only got a +4.
Oh, you add in your rage bonus.
Damage. So my first hit was a 5, and this hit was a 5.
5, and this one was a 5. Okie dokie.
Yes, that's 10 in total.
Yeah, so you kind of running around the corner and just like with your axes, and you manage to lop one of its arms off and make it indent into some of its ribs, but it's still standing.
Go for the leg. Go for...
Yeah. So yes, that's Cadell's Thunder. Your turn.
I would like to.
This thing's on its last legs, mate.
What is just one left?
Just the one left.
Yeah,
which
yeah,
Cadell
yeah.
has just
It's on
taken
its-
chunks out of. Yeah.
I'll
Bit of good fucking swipe.
I'll stab at thee. Stab at thee with my rapier.
Fair enough.
Have it
Yeah,
with a
well,
pointing.
you've got plenty enough movement to be able to move into range. Just go. So make an attack roll, please.
18.
Plus
Yeah.
or minus your.
Finesse, is it not?
Yes.
I think I get extra finesse though.
Well,
Where
it's
is it?
finesse is you get to choose whether it's either strength or dexterity to bonuses.
Oh.
So using your dex, you get a +2 to that.
Yeah, I'll do
So
that.
that'd be a 20, wouldn't it? So.
Yeah, plenty. So yeah.
Unnatural 20.
Yep. So
Well-
yeah. So you hit. So please roll your damage.
What's your damage on your scimitar?
Rapier.
One
Sorry.
1d8 plus 2.
Oh, that's not bad, to be fair. It's not bad at all, actually.
Pretty decent. It's a martial weapon.
Oh, right.
It's not a simple weapon. It's a martial weapon.
8 plus 2 is 10.
Yeah, you
Right.
finish it. How do you want to do it?
I'll sort of,
Finish him.
I'll just sort of whip at thee. I'll do a T on its skeletal form.
So at which point you do a T, you cross of the T takes its skull off its shoulders, and the swipe down kind of cracks the ribs open, and it just
Nice.
kind of crumples down. And that's it. Those two skeletons are finished.
Which point I meander around the corner and just go,
Yeah.
thanks.
Okay.
I make some sort of investigation on the means of how these things are.
You
Yes,
can
how
you
they-
can investigate.
how they
Yeah, make an investigation.
And
On
mooch
how
about.
Um,
An investigation on how they're moving and how they're living.
And how they're reanimated.
Yeah, that's the word
Okay.
I was looking for.
Yeah, I thought it was.
Um,
I thought that was really
make make an
Stream.
investigation or Arcana check.
Astro.
I'll choose Arcana then, as I have a better. Plus 3 on that, so I've
Yeah.
got
The stream's
16. 16 plus 3,
16,
so
fair
19.
Tom, before we
yeah.
continue, sorry, the stream's frozen. You might have to put it back to.
Was it?
We'll be right back, and then relaunch it or something.
All right.
It's,
Apologies
yeah,
for anybody else who's watching. We'll just kind of flick back to that one, and then back to that.
3 frames, 5 frames.
It's fine.
Right.
Don't worry about it.
I'm just gonna. I just wanted to turn the audio up to see if people can actually hear us properly with it.
Right.
Where's the TV
I don't
remote?
know. Well, I'm just hoping so.
Yeah.
But otherwise, this is going to be really boring. Little bit of stream.
Where's the TV remote? Roll for investigation.
Perception.
Perception, sorry.
TV remote. Hey,
Spot the
take
TV
mine.
remote.
Yeah, I'll pass it through this. There you
Oh yeah, that, well, it's massive.
Cheers.
So I wasn't paying attention.
This is not
Yeah,
silly.
I thought you'd have jumped on that. Yeah, it's
Right, so
regardless. There's not a
Might
lot
have
that
to
we
buy
can
me
do
dinner.
about it. We'll just have to carry on.
The audio's fine. The
Right,
audio's fine.
fine. We'll crack on.
Yeah,
Again,
the audio's fine.
Apologies to anybody about the video feed. We'll just have to live with it and investigate it for another week. So yeah, so your investigation check,
16
which was a
16 plus
decent
3.
roll.
It's
you,
19.
you know from your knowledge that you've studied the arcane magics to some degree, not like a wizard would have done, but you've had general studies, and you know that necromancy exists, but it exists in many forms. There is necromancy which can be summoned by a wizard and they can harness it, or there is kind of a natural necromancy which can exist in the world, which could be caused by a great many things, and you can't tell from this one skeleton. There's no markings on it. There's nothing about this skeleton which would determine its precise origins.
Let's crack on. Let's go.
I fucking called it.
Dead people.
But right, I'm gonna say to crew, right? So we now know this place is dangerous, guys. Right. Me and Hector are going up front, and we're gonna walk cautiously. Keep an eye out. Thunder, I want you in the middle. You've got the long sight. You've got the dark vision. I want you in the middle.
Yeah.
Arabella, the Meridian. I want you guys bringing up the rear. Let me and Hector go in first.
Just smirk on
You've got
your face.
you've got the torch. This is how we're doing it. No more running in. We know it's dangerous down here. Thunder, if you see anything, you let me and Hector know.
Okay.
Let's move on.
It's always dangerous near the rear.
I've already gone.
Yeah. You're
already
saying
gone.
this and Thunder's marching off. So
You're in the middle. You're not getting past me and Hector.
Well, then-
It's gigantic.
it's
Let's
quite
just
a
go.
wide corridor. But anyway,
I was going to say I started following him when he went.
so again,
He's already
Thunder
gone.
and Hector lead the way, whilst
No,
Cadell's
we're getting back
giving
in
some
formation.
marching orders. You're not used to leading non-military people. They're just off. They're gone. And then
Dickhead.
Thunder
Get
and
back in
Hector,
line.
as you're walking
Yeah,
off.
you aren't my boss, dude.
I was going to say,
You are-
you're not. This
you're
is the
not my
military,
fucking
pal.
leader,
You're not
dude.
our captain.
You're not my boss either.
I'm
I'm
trying
the
to be
captain
careful.
now.
I'm just trying to be careful about this.
Just here for shits and giggles. You do what you want.
Let's go. We're gone. Come on.
Money in for the money. Fuck it.
Then as then Thunder and Hector make a perception roll with disadvantage, please.
God damn it.
Oh, the both weren't too bad. What's my perception?
Fuck. 5.
A 10.
4.
4. What was yours, Hector?
10.
Nothing more amusing than hearing a dice bounce across a desk and then just.
Yeah, it's immensely satisfying. It really is. So yes, you guys are turning around, going, "You're not the boss of me." As you're kind of almost walking backwards, having a go at Cadell, going, "You're not my captain," and then you just turn a corner into a room. which has a much larger room, which has a central sarcophagus in it with its lid off, and a number of skeletons around the room.
If your characters
some
get
in
killed,
fairly close proximity.
Have they seen us?
They will have done. They'll have heard you coming as you're shouting back down the corridor at Cadell.
If your characters get killed, I tried.
So, gentlemen,
Captain,
roll for
I think
initiative.
we need that formation.
Right.
Oh gosh, that's bad.
Too late.
We'll be fine. I've just got a new attack that's got a calcium deficiency bonus, and
Right.
Yeah, mine's a 4.
Okay.
-4 initiative.
Everybody roll initiative, please. Sorry.
hurrah.
How have you got a -4 initiative?
Minus.
No, mine's a 4. Mine.
Oh,
Oh,
Not
right,
minus.
Minus 4.
wow. That's
Mine is a 4.
16. I've got a 16.
-4 initiative. I'll see you next session.
19
14
plus
plus 1, 15.
So right, 19 was that?
Yeah, 19. Yeah,
Cadell,
and then a
19.
15 for Arabella.
15.
15. So Thunder, what did you get?
I rolled a 2, -2.
A 0. You are so distracted. What's
I
going
rolled a
on?
2, -2.
That's just
Thunder
hilarious.
sees something shiny in another room, and he's
Arabella,
just wondering.
15.
It's too busy.
Okay.
I'm trying to fucking organise people and no one listens.
It was. You went off onto a third dude, and I just couldn't stand it.
Meridian, what was yours again? Sorry.
16.
16.
It's nothing.
Yeah, fair enough.
It's better than mine, mate.
Anything's better than yours. Right, okay then. So then, I hate organising lots of rolls.
How big was the room and how far away the skeletons?
I'm sure we'll get to that after he's done his roll.
Yeah, sorry.
Sort of
Sorry.
Let him roll for
Hang
skellies.
on. Hector was a 4, 6, 4? 4. 4, yeah, 4. Cadell, Arabella, Meridian, Hector, and bringing up the rear was Thunder on 0. Right, okie dokie. So, in front of you, you will see. Say this room opens out a bit. The door that you've entered in is in the centre of this wall. So you've got about 30 feet each side, and then 60 feet to the back. But then the sarcophagus is not quite central. It's 40 feet in front of you.
So sarcophagus is.
And you around this room there are 6 skeletons.
6 skeletons.
Yeah.
Whereabouts?
Six.
So
Have these 6 skeletons look any bigger than the other skeletons?
No.
Should suggest that whatever's in that sarcophagus is still in that sarcophagus and is probably gonna
probably.
his fucking head out
but
just as we think we've killed all the skeletons.
Funnily enough, the one that rolled the best initiative was what was in the sarcophagus.
Oh shit, mate! Fuck.
So,
As well.
as you all kind of stumble into this room, turn around and go, "Fuck!" At which point, then a hand comes up and grabs over the top of the sarcophagus and kind of sits up silently, and you can see a decayed form, but still fleshy, with bits of cloth hanging off it as the mummy rises from the sarcophagus.
No, necrotic damage, be careful.
The mummy.
Mummy, it just kind of shambles up silently.
Burn it!
And that's a mummy and 6 skeletons.
A mummy and 6 skeletons, yes.
Fantastic. That's just what I need. I've already got daddy issues.
Brilliant. I've got to make a bloopers reel at some point. That's going on. Yeah, brilliant. So it kind of gets out and starts. It climbs out of the sarcophagus, and just as it does, it just kind of meets the gaze of Hector. And please make a wisdom saving throw.
Good. That's not good. Yeah, it's an 8.
You see, as this kind of looks at you, its dead eyes, sockets dark. Its dreadful glare pierces through to your very core, and an 8. You say, yeah, it's fine. You are frightened of it. As frightened, you cannot make attacks towards it. You cannot move towards it. You can, in fact, as a frightened, I believe you have to use all your actions to move away from it as best you can during your turn.
Yeah.
And then it kind of.
No, you can't move closer, can you? And
No.
if all checks, as long as I can see it, have disadvantage. So all attacks and checks, if I can see that thing, have disadvantage. Okay.
So yeah, and
Great.
then it kind of gets out and moves a little bit closer to you, and that is its turn. At which point, then one of the skeletons.
You when you need him.
One of the skeletons off to your right starts then kind of clattering towards you a lot more loudly than the mummy does. So then it does get within your 10 feet range, assuming you're using your halberd.
Yeah, I am. An attack with disadvantage. Oh, Jesus, that's bad.
Who was organised this?
It's a 10. So annoying. I rolled a natural 19 on the other and a 4 on.
Yeah, you are so focused on this mummy, you're struggling to take your gaze off
myself.
it. Yeah, and as you know it's coming towards you, you kind of make a swipe at it, and you weren't really even looking at it, and miss, and it does get within range of you, and hits for 24. It's 24 to hit and the 4. Sorry, does 24 to hit, not hits for 24.
Fuck,
24 to hit. It's only
Down
a
in one.
skeleton. No. Yeah. So yeah, that will hit you, and then does 4 points of damage, piercing.
Well, that wasn't me.
It is then Cadell's turn. You are
Cadell seems
30 feet down the corridor before this corner.
Oh, god damn it. You assholes, I told you.
You should have been more organised.
Yeah.
I told you.
You know, make the speeches shorter. I get bored very easy.
What can I do? All I can do is
run down the fucking corridor.
Run down.
run down the corridor into the room. That's
So you with your movement range, you can get to just behind Hector with a single movement range. Hector and Thunder.
Are we within any melee range of any of the enemies?
No. No, you're not. There's the skeleton which is just beyond Hector, but you are just out of melee range.
Don't forget.
Right. So I am then seeing this room and this craziness that's going on.
Mm-hmm.
I run through this doorway, do a full-on barbarian rage myself out. Eyes burning red, the blood's popping. You can see the veins pulsing on my head. I'm going to pull out the javelin, and I'm going to launch it straight at this beast that's coming out of this sarcophagus.
Okay.
It's within 30 feet of me, isn't it?
It is.
It is within 30 feet of me. So I am going to launch a spear straight into its chest. Well, I'm going to attempt to.
Okay.
So advantage +2 damage, +6, 18 +6. So that's a 24 hit.
Yeah. It's slow. It's not the quickest of creatures, and doesn't have any visible armor on it.
So I've got a D6 +2 +4. A 5 +2, which is a 7, plus a 4, which is an 11.
11. Okay. Yeah, you
11
launch your javelin at it, and it goes into its chest, and it just kind of sticks straight through it, but it just bears it no heed. So what was that again? So how much the total?
11 in total.
Okay.
All right.
Well, I'm also shouting to the team, like, bloody thing now.
At which point then it is Meridian's turn. Again, you are 30 foot from the room.
Lovely.
I decided to go first.
So I've got a walk speed of 30 foot, so I can get within.
You'll be stood next to Cadell, just behind Thunder and Hector.
So I can. How far away am I from the mummy at that point?
25 feet.
Excellent. Fuck that bitch up.
No. I'm looking at the stream feed. Yeah.
I'm gonna cast a second level Scorching Ray.
Oh yeah, you are.
Which allows me to cast 3 rays, and I'm going to cast them all at the mummy.
Doesn't it is Scorching Ray a second level spell?
It's a second level spell.
That's fair enough. Yep, fine. So 3 attack rolls then, please.
So 3 attack rolls. So my spell attack bonus is +5. Oh, I need another dice. I'm getting over it.
Sorcerer's needing more dice.
3 d20s.
3
So I've
d20s, jeez.
got a 17, 16, and a 9. I've got +5.
So then they all hit.
They all hit. Oh, well, fucking happy days.
9
Right,
plus 5
okey-dokey.
still hits, yeah.
Oh, get him.
Right, so Scorching Rays, each hit. The target takes 2d6 of damage. So I need 6 d6. Oh, fucking hell, I wasn't prepared for this. Hang on.
Is that 2d6 per ray?
Yeah.
The ray.
So that's 3 rays at 2d6.
So it's a total of
Yeah,
6d6.
it's a sexy fucking spell. I tell you, it's one of my...
It's nice, but you just got increased risk of missing with a ray or two, yeah. But you hit all of them because The mummy does not have much
I can
in
hear
the way
it.
of armor class.
Where's it? Oh, here we go. Here we go. Right.
It's a satisfying sound, isn't it? Just rattling.
Right. We've got 5.
Happy little giggle.
6. 6 is 12. And 4 is 16, 17, 18. And a 5 is 23.
23.
Ooh.
Nice.
Very
Oh.
nice indeed. You blast these 3 rays of fire go scorching through the air over the heads of Thunder and Hector, and then all converge on the mummy, and it instantly just ignites in a massive ball of flame, at which point you do hear it go,
Yes, burn it!
Get it with fire!
Burn it to the ground.
that hurt him a lot.
Yes.
It is on,
It's
yeah,
on
you've
fire.
scorched him.
In fact, what sort of damage is that actually?
Fire damage. Well, I was
Fire
figuring he's dried out, he's covered in bandages. Fire
Yeah,
damage is going to
set
really
him
fuck him
fire.
up.
Is fire damage against an undead? Is
Not
it?
general undead, no.
Oh right. I thought that fire
Radiant is the one that.
Oh, is it? Oh, radiant.
Ah.
That's what damage.
Radiant
So,
powerful.
Oribella.
I don't have any.
Oribella.
I'm still in the corridor, aren't I?
Yeah, we can move up to where I am.
Run into the room.
So you're running up to where I am.
See the carnage and go, oh shit. I think might be time to use my ice knife. Spell.
A bit of
Second
ice knife.
You're
Second
doing it
level.
at second level.
How close are the skeletons to each other?
There's obviously the one that's by Hector, which is on his own, because it left the group, as it were. So there'll be 2 more on the right and 3 on the left, which are fairly close together.
And where's the mummy in this?
In the middle, on its
In
own.
the middle.
Burning its own esophagus at the minute.
It got
Like
out the sarcophagus.
Oh, did it?
Yeah.
But my
I
ice
thought we
knife,
had a makeshift fire.
Even if you miss, it's going to hurt.
my ice knife does like a range, though, doesn't it?
What's the
There's
Oh,
not
yeah.
lots of that.
You're as good with maps.
Here's us.
It's 5 for
Yeah.
when your ice
Who's
knife,
mad
when
as
you cast ice knife,
Three
or
skeletons there.
arse knife,
Mummy.
Arse knife.
you've got the initial damage of ice knife, but then it explodes and it damages anyone within a 5 radius of that
So, yeah,
enemy.
so if you attacked the
shoot it-
skeletons
if
on
you
the
shoot it-
left, the explosion would catch all 3.
If you use it as a second level, you get an extra D6 damage to that
On the
explosion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just cast arse knife. Let's go.
I think I'm doing fucking second level. We need to get rid of these.
Arse
fucking-
knife.
Arse knife.
That's a go straight for.
Is it my go or your go, Eddie?
Sorry.
And no.
No,
Tell him.
I've already had
tell him.
trouble with you trying to tell people what to do.
Yeah,
exactly.
Sorry,
Second level.
not my captain.
You're right. Shit.
Right, she just said that she's aiming for the skellies on the left, the middle skelly on the left.
Yep, cool.
No, the 3 of them. That,
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
yeah,
3 that, yeah.
So your
So
initial
what-
one aims for 1, so just roll to hit the first one.
So D20.
Yeah, do
D20.
It's like 9.
That's a 9, but you've got your spell,
Spell attack
think-
modifier.
which is plus 5, I think.
9. So that's
14.
14.
14.
Yeah, that hits it.
Nice.
Um,
It should be D10 for the initial damage.
yeah, 1d10.
But at the second level,
Yeah, it's the
Yeah.
explosion. That
Yeah,
does
no,
more.
it's still 1d10. It's the
Still
explosion that you add to.
So
Right,
yeah,
okay.
one,
Right,
D10 then.
yeah, 1d10, please.
D10. That one.
yes, that's the one. Yeah,
2, 3, 4, 5, yes.
yeah, that's the
Yeah,
D10.
right.
So 1d10,
Which is 7.
7.
7. Okay.
Um,
And then your
And
second level is make it 2d6.
3.
3d. Oh yeah, of
Three
course,
D
very
Because
nice.
you get
Yeah,
two.
yeah, you're right.
You get 2d6 for the initial.
So yeah,
and you add a
3d6
D6.
damage, which hits all three of them.
So yeah,
please.
so three D6.
So do I roll all three at once? Then?
Yeah. Or add them all together.
You'll need to borrow one. You'll need to borrow one of mine. There we go. There's your third one.
No,
There's that massive pile of dice that I'll give you, isn't there?
Yeah.
I've got all in the box, but
Yeah.
I've just got my colours out.
So
So three
3d6. Yeah.
3d6,
Yes,
right?
please.
I've never done it before, so I didn't know. Holy shit!
So
Right, 9, 10, 11, 12.
A total of 12.
no, 6, 7, 8, 9. So a 6, a 2, and a 1.
Six,
So-
2, and 1.
All right,
I don't know.
fine. Yeah, great. So,
Is that plus my hit as well?
yeah. So
plus-
that first one that you fired it into, sorry, it was a total of 9, wasn't it? So down to that.
I've
Fine.
forgotten now.
So
Moved my dice.
no. So what happened was, you formed this shard of ice in the air and launched it at this skeleton, and it kind of dug into the skeleton's ribs, right into its spine, through its ribs into its spine, and then it exploded. That one skeleton went into the air and shattered across the room, and bits of shards of ice and bone stuck into the two skeletons either side of it, hurting it badly. But the other two are still stood. But the middle one was blown to smithereens.
Yeah.
Excellent.
So how many scallywags are left?
There are...
We've only taken out one.
Yeah. There's still 5 skellies and the mummy.
Sorry, can I just double check on my spells page? It's got my spell attack +5, which is what I used for me attack. But then I've got a +3 modifier. What's that +3 modifier for?
On which page are you looking at?
Yeah.
Spells.
Spells. So I'll go to your spell page. Spells.
I've got. It says +3 modifier and then +5 spell attack.
Yeah, if you're asked to do a normal spell attack, then it's 5 because you're adding your proficiency bonus on top of your modifier. If you get me.
Oh right, yeah. Right, we go.
So that's your general modifier, and then for your attacks, because you're proficient in magic use, you get your proficiency bonus on top.
Yeah, right.
You did was right. Yeah.
So,
Everything you did, sorry.
that was
Like a
Audibella obliterating a skelly.
Yeah.
At which point, then one of the other skeletons on the right then start shambling over, and goes around the other skelly, and then goes attacks Thunder because he's the next closest one available. And horrendously misses with a natural 1.
Oh. Wait.
Just dragging his sword across the floor,
Did he-
just kind of.
He
Did he make
picks his
an-
sword up and then his arm falls off.
Did he make an attack roll?
He did, but he did, but he missed horrendously.
When can you use reactions?
It depends on the scenario because, in fact, it went inside Hector's 10 feet, so Hector could make an attack roll against it as a reaction. Oh no, in fact, no, you've had your reaction.
I've upped that.
You've already spent
Yeah,
it.
I've already.
So you only get one reaction between turns, and if somebody who is in melee range of you then leaves melee range, you can get an attack of opportunity as they're trying to run away.
Yes, that's what I was just looking at. Yes,
But
opportunity
Hector,
attack. when it needs-
Hector has the feat where he can attack somebody as it enters his
Yeah,
attack
something
range.
comes within.
But because he's
Right.
got a pole
But
on, it's a
I
10
have-
foot attack range.
I have something here that says, as a reaction, when a creature you can see within 60 foot makes an attack roll or ability check.
Yep.
I can do something. So can I do that now?
Yeah, if it meets the
So
criteria, you can do it.
what does it say? What's the actual reaction?
It
You
says,
can.
it's cutting words. It's called. So it's, as a reaction, when a creature
Cunt.
you can see within 60 foot makes an attack roll, ability check, or damage roll, you can expend 1 use of bardic inspiration, roll the die, and subtract the number from the creature's roll.
Yeah, so you can roll the d6 and take it off there.
Yeah, but it doesn't. I just wanted to know what it meant So I can just do that sometimes.
You
just
you
wanted
can.
to-
Yeah.
I just
But-
realised,
yeah,
Hector, you forgot you had bardic inspiration as well.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
gone.
I
It's
know,
it's only 10 minutes.
I know. I could have used it
Fine,
on the
that's-
save.
It's only 10 minutes. I can use it again. Right,
Yeah.
let's crack on.
It's been
Right,
gone now.
yeah.
so-
Yeah.
So that was the useless Skelly, and then Hector, your terrified turn.
My terrified turn.
Yes.
Back up, Paulmester.
So can I attack either of these two there in front of me before I back up? But it is an advantage.
Sorry, what was that? I was reading up.
Can I attack either of these two that are in front of me before I back up? Am I too scared?
I'll say you can, but it's at a disadvantage.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Kill.
yeah. So you can take a fright and
Oh.
frenzy.
It's so low 16 and 13, so lower one's 13 plus 6, so 19.
Oh yeah, that still hits.
Yeah.
You attack which one? Is one immediately in front of you? Take it. The one attacked you.
Yeah, I'll go for that
Yeah,
one.
I mean, there's one that attacked you and the one that attacked
That's
Thunder.
yeah, I'll go for the one just in front of me.
Right.
Go on the percentile dice. 4 plus 4, so that's 8.
8 damage. Very nice. Yeah, you take a good chunk out of it, but it is still stood.
Can I do my bonus one as well?
You can.
Can you do your bonus one?
Oh! So, one was a natural 20, the other one's a 9 plus 6, so
That
15.
still hits, yeah.
Yeah, it's just the natural 20, don't I? So
It
that's
always is with
4
disadvantage.
4 plus 4. So, another 8. Another
8.
on that one.
Righto. Again, you don't think that's doing as much damage as it should be doing.
Yeah.
And it is. As you kind of swung round and did that, you did in fact knock his jaw off, but it still stood just.
It hinged.
Yeah, and then I will use my movement to back away, going, God, have you seen that thing? Oh my God, what is it?
You force your way past everybody, back down the
Love
corridor
it.
where they came from. Okay,
Who's
so
next?
that's Hector's, and then it's excuse me, yeah, skeletons. So then the skeletons on the left, they all come shambling over, and
Yes.
the one closest is Thunder again.
As a swing.
And then do 24 to hit.
Oh,
And
it's
then
definitely hits.
yep. And then does 5 points of damage to Thunder. Piercing damage.
Right.
Yeah, and that's that one's turn. And then the one immediately behind it again come shambling up, but doesn't get to you because you already kind of crowded around with Skellies, and goes around and gets to who is now Cadell, stood there. And takes a swing and a natural 20.
Fuck.
Needs
It
to get
hits.
past his rage damage.
So does my damage reduction not count on a natural 20?
Yeah, it does.
yeah, it does, yeah.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Right. Yeah.
Still counts. So it's 12 reduced to 6 because of your rage.
Got it right. Yeah. Reduced to 6. Okay. Let me just do that on my. hit
Then
point.
skeleton on the right side then also comes shambling over to hit you as well, Cadell.
Okay.
That's a 13 to hit. Does that hit?
That is my armor rating 13.
Okay. Is that including your +1 bonus to when you've got dual wielding?
No. My natural armor is 13.
Yeah, you've got to keep remembering that because your feat says you gain +1. It doesn't add it on D&D Beyond because it doesn't know what weapons you're using.
Oh, does it not? All right. Okay.
No.
So that means my armor class is 14 then when I'm raging. I don't when
when you
yeah,
dual wielding. So no, so it comes over. It looks like it's going to hit, but your military training just kicks in. It's like ting and just deflect it out of the way. So yeah, and then it is Thunder's turn at the bottom of the pile.
I'm gonna view in front of me, and I'd like to tell me exactly how many things is in front of me.
There are
I'm the
two
front.
skeletons right immediately in front
are.
of you who are engaging you in combat.
Yeah.
And 25 feet beyond that is a mummy.
Okay. Well, that'll do.
Then off to your right is two more skeletons engaging Cadell.
Okay. The ones, so I'm sort of central at the front alley. Everyone else is around or behind, and the mummy's behind those two.
Yes.
Yes. I'd like to second level Thunderwave these two.
Cool.
Skellies in front of me.
Power cord.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that is wave of thunderous force sweeps out from you. Each creature in a 15-foot cube originating from you must take a Constitution saving throw. On a failed save, a creature takes.
Constitution. Skelly Constitution. Right. Two Skellies in front of you, taking a Constitution save. Oh, mate. One was a natural 20, the other's a 19.
Fuck's sake, mate.
Yeah.
Shit.
Sorry,
They saved it.
What do
They
they take
saved.
on a failed? They take half on a failed save.
Isn't the Constitution
On a
save
on a successful save, the creature takes half as much damage.
Right, so still roll your damage
So
and just take
they would
half
have been
damage.
pushed back as well.
Yep, great.
Yeah.
So they get 10 feet.
I
isn't
get
it?
it. Yeah.
They get pushed back 10 feet and roll your damage.
And on the higher level, I get to
Extra.
increase
dice
by
damage.
1d8 for each slot. So what one for rolling? 2d8s.
Yeah, two d8s for damage. Yeah, and they take half damage, but
And they
still,
take half of it. Still decent.
still could be all right. You might finish them off here.
Fucking hell. 1 and a 5.
6. So half
So
down to 3.
taking 3 damage.
Okie dokie. And that one.
Using a spell slot or second level or higher, the
So,
damage increases by 1d8 for each.
So it was.
slot.
Yeah. Was that enough?
I don't know.
What's the initial thunder wave like? What's the normal thunder wave do?
It says 3d8 electric damage, but I only rolled 2 d8s.
Electric damage.
So
Roll the number.
you need to roll 2 more d8s because in total you should have 4 d8s.
Why?
Because your initial one is 3 d8s and you did it as a second level, so it should be 4 d8s. And you only rolled 2.
Thunder
Is that
wave.
right?
It should be 3d8 in total.
Right,
Oh, right.
so
Oh, so okay, right. So you need to
you
roll
need to
one
roll
more.
one more.
Yeah.
2.
2.
So that's
That's
1
so-
damage to.
So that's a 4 in because of the reduced because they saved.
Yeah.
But that was Skelly 2 taking 4 points and Skelly 4 taking 4 points. So as you kind of do this, it kind of knocks them back. But one of the skeletons who has already kind of got bits of ice sticking out in it crumples and collapses from the blast. But the other one still stood, but 10 feet further away from you.
Cool.
Nice. That's good going. I like that.
Are you using any movement or bonus actions?
Yes. A bonus action. I would like to give Big Lad bardic inspiration and step back if I can.
Of course. You can step back and join Hector in the rear.
Which big lad?
I'm
Me or
assuming
Hector?
you mean Cadell is the
I
really
mean,
big
Cadell,
lad.
yeah. The biggest.
The biggest.
Biggest of the big lads.
Yeah.
That's fine then. So you head back behind Oribella, not as far back as Hector scarpered it to. So then it's the mummy's turn again. At which point then it comes silently shambling over and then makes it kind of glances as it's kind of shambling over towards Meridian. So Meridian, please make a Constitution save? No, Wisdom. Sorry, Wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom.
I'll be right back.
No worries.
Should be all right. Yeah. In fact, I'm sorry. I'm gonna have
Wisdom.
to wait as well. Sorry.
That's a plus fuck all. Right. 8.
8. Then you are terrified also.
Oh, fantastic.
Shit in the pants.
Yep. Let me just... I'm just wanting to look up conditions. Making sure we're doing frightened correctly.
Oh, okay, right. So, yeah, I don't think you have to move away. I just think you can't move any closer.
Oh, was it?
So, yeah.
My apologies.
Yeah,
I must have been getting it mixed up with something else. But it's still disadvantaged to everything as long as
the
it's
disadvantage.
in-
Yeah, if you can see it, you're at disadvantage to anything.
Right,
so even
fine,
if you're
great.
attacking something else,
That's
you're
fine,
at disadvantage.
Okay, great. So then, it makes it into range of Cadell, and then makes an attack against him. But he's not here.
Just say it was a natural 20.
Oh yeah,
Nelson
it was a
decided
natural
needed a way.
20. So I'll make the attack roll anyway while he's not here. What we at now? Oh yeah. Okay. I'll wait till he gets back.
The dog just decided he needed a way. Sorry.
Ah,
He went to the door,
no.
sat down on his paw, like, I need to leave.
All right. Right, I just heard the noise. He's all right. He's here.
When-
Cadell.
It's a pussycat.
Ah. Dire
Sorry,
Panther.
Fine beast.
the dog needed a wee.
Right,
Sorry.
So
That's
what you
all.
missed was it did its dreadful glare against Meridian. Meridian is now scared, terrified.
Okay.
But then made it into your melee range and attacked you, and it hit you with 19. Your armor class isn't that high.
No, 14.
Yep. So then it will hit you for... So that is 12 bludgeoning damage plus
Yeah.
reduced to 6
That's 6.
plus 10 necrotic damage
So that's also a 5.
reduced to
then.
5.
Ooh, wow.
And
Fucking reeling in pain here.
yeah, it just kind of shambled up towards you and did a massive swing with its kind of clawed hands, and kind of scratched into your shoulder, and that hurt a lot more than it should. Have we
We
just
just
lost
lost
somebody?
someone.
Sorry.
We just lost Marie.
Meridian.
No. Again, anybody watching, apologies for the messed up cameras.
He's probably kicked his wire out again.
Yeah, probably. It's got dodgy wires. But yes, that hurt a lot more than you felt it probably should have done. Especially because through your rage. So that is the mummy's turn.
He just had a
Power cut.
Power
Weirdly
cut.
though, our lights
Harsh.
just flashed.
yeah.
Oh,
I was-
really?
Like it's now flashed, so
He just said it's back on.
Right,
He'll be
he'll
back
be
in-
back with us momentarily, I'm
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
So it
that
is
was weird.
now
So our lights now just
the
flashed.
skeleton which was in front of Hector before he scarpered. It's getting quite crowded around here.
Where's the mage?
Oh, he's got a power cut. He'll be back in
Oh,
shortly.
yeah, you just said it's back on, so I'm back in a sec.
So this one skelly is trying to get in, but he can't. There's not enough room to be able to get through. It's too crowded to be able to get through the crowd of skellies and mummy, to try and get into melee range, so it can't really do anything. So at which point it is Cadell's turn. Cadell, you have 2 skellies and a mummy within melee range.
Well,
And the bardic inspiration.
being very pissed off that this mummy's taking a good chunk out of my bloody shoulder, I'm going to stare at it bloody face and go, "You're about to get smacked in your face, mate."
In a very ragey style.
Bring you both up,
Excuse me, good sir, I'm about to hit you.
swing down, good old Arnie style, like going on the barbarian style.
I was going to say, it makes complete sense what he's saying in his head, but all we hear is just.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just
in your
dirge
head,
it.
you're like, I'm going to hit you, I'm going to do it. Yeah, but you're like, yeah, so make your attacks then, good sir.
The screen's frozen again.
Ah, yes, we'll just have to live with it.
So, right, one, oh,
He's back.
oh,
It's fine.
but it's also totally messed up
No, it's
the
fine.
stream.
It sorts
but-
itself out,
Sure.
don't worry. So yes, make your
fight
attacks,
with a
please.
fucking mummy and a
First
parachute.
one's a 13+6. So that'll be
yeah, against the mummy.
yeah, against the mummy. So 13 plus
Yep,
6.
that hits.
First one hits, which is a D6. Where's my D6? It is a 4 plus 6 plus 2. So that's a 10.
Plus 6 plus 2. I thought it was plus 4 plus 2, which is 6.
Yeah, it's a D6 plus 2 plus 4.
Oh, yeah. So,
Sorry, no. Sorry, it's a D6 plus 4.
What's
and then
your
it's plus
total?
2 for my rage. The total's 10. Total's 10.
right. Fine. So, yeah, you kind of hack into this mummy, but you don't think you're doing as much damage to that as you should. You hit into it and you feel like he's not wearing armor, but it feels like the flesh matter is really dense and hard, and your axe didn't dig into it anywhere near as far as it should.
Right, okay.
Make your second attack then.
Second attack, an 8 plus 6. So that's...
Enough.
Does bardic inspiration come into this?
It's enough.
Oh, wait a minute. What is my bardic inspiration? I've forgotten what it is.
It's
You can add a
for hits, isn't
d6
it?
to your attack rolls and
If
saving
you
throws.
All right, okay, right. So I am going to...
But that was enough to
I'm
hit it
gonna use-
anyway.
I was going to say, you don't need to use
That was
it.
enough to hit it
I
anyway.
don't,
So
I
don't
can,
worry about it.
I can keep it then, all right.
Yeah.
So it is a natural 6.
Yeah, that one misses.
As in no, as in...
Oh, did you roll?
That's my damage.
Oh, yeah, of course, because you already rolled to hit. No, that's fine. So natural 6 plus 6. That's fine. You
Yeah, there we go.
swing in to hit this mummy, and this one again hits into it, and then it properly reels back from that because it was a good hit. It was like, and then just kind of reels back, and it's kind of oozing, kind of thick, kind of viscous fluid from its wounds. It's still got a javelin stuck straight through it as well.
Yeah.
So from all its wounds, it's all kind of just oozing and dripping this black fluid onto the floor, and it looks in a bad state.
Nice. I'm happy. I'm very
okay.
happy.
Meridian, what are you doing? You cannot move towards the mummy, but you don't have to run like Hector did. We did that wrong.
Right.
But anything
I'm
you
not
do
allowed
is
to-
at a disadvantage.
I'm not allowed to attack
I
mummy
believe
either, am I?
you
You
are.
can
I believe,
attack
aren't
it.
you? Yeah, but it's at
You
disadvantage.
can attack it.
Yeah, you can attack it, but you've got a disadvantage. Is that
I've
correct
got a
when you try-
disadvantage against anything I attack. It's not just
Yeah,
Yeah,
as long as
'cause you
it's
can
within
see it.
line of sight of you, you've got a disadvantage on everything.
right. So
Just-
once that mummy's dead,
Then you're all
I
right.
then
Yeah, then we're
lose.
good.
Yeah,
Then we're
so-
good. Yeah. So
Yeah, so fuck him. Right.
Yeah. yeah.
So if I use my seconds, I'm going to use the first level Chaos Bolt.
Okay.
So roll for attack. Bear with me. Hurl an undulating, wobbling mass of chaotic energy at one creature in range. Make a ranged attack spell against the target. On a hit, the target takes 2d8 plus 1d6 damage.
And pick
Just
one of
one
your
of the
D8 values to tell which type of damage it
Right,
does.
okay, so make the attack roll, which is 17 plus 5, so that's a 22.
With disadvantage,
Disadvantage.
so you have to roll again and take the lower value.
Penis, which is a 1.
Oh,
6.
oh.
You
Missed,
are
haven't I?
terrified. Yes, you've missed. You create this thing and you're getting really confident about blasting it to smithereens, and as you then look up to throw it, you can then see it just still dead gaze staring at you, and it just distracts you enough to fire it off into the distance of this room.
Shooting blanks.
I'm gonna use a sorcery point and meta magic quicken spell, which allows me to use a cantrip as a bonus action.
Sweet.
Fucking 25 bandage wearing prick. I'm gonna cast Firebolt. Make a ranged attack. I'll make 2 ranged attacks.
ranged attacks.
Take the
Yeah,
lowest
lower
fucking
one.
number. So I got an 11 and a 17. Plus 5.
11
So
plus
the
5 is
lowest
enough.
was- Right, happy days. On hit, target takes 1d10 of damage. A flammable object hit by this spell ignites if it isn't being worn or carried. Spell damage increases.
Don't worry
when you
about it,
reach-
because whatever you're going to roll, you'll have finished it off.
Oh, motherfucker, right, okay. 1d10. Where's my d10?
Are you saying my attack didn't kill it by 1 hit point?
Yeah.
But I get to toast it with a bonus action. It's a 5. Burn.
Yeah, you hit it and it just becomes a fireball of it's screaming. And it screams and it just crumples down onto the floor, and it is still burning as a pile on the floor for the rest of this combat.
Excellent.
I was hoping when we killed the fucking mummy that the skeletons all die as well.
Yeah, that's why I went for the mummy, because I thought we would take him out and the skeletons would just drop, but no.
That's what I thought.
So the mummy's
But
dead.
at least the mummy's the bad one. The mummy was doing serious damage.
Cat.
I mean, I'm on like
It's the cat did it.
I'm on like half
Uh,
half health.
How
though.
many skeletons are there?
Hold up, there's a Khajiit salesperson just turned up. We could get some tiny weapons and some moon sugar.
Does that mean we're no longer frightened, me and Meridian?
Correct.
Yeah.
I wasn't
Yes.
frightened
Yeah.
anyway. I was just
Well,
doing
you've
it to
got
make you feel better about yourself.
Yeah. Sure.
I didn't want to Hector
It
feeling
is
left out.
Arabella's turn.
Yeah. What's left now?
So there
What else?
is 2 skeletons in front of where Thunder was, because you've moved back, haven't you, Thunder?
It's behind me now. Yeah,
yeah,
I'm
so
the one in
behind him.
front now.
So then there is 2 skeletons in front of Cadell, and then a flaming corpse, and then 1 more skeleton behind that. So there are 5 skeletons still left. No, sorry. There's only 1 skeleton where Thunder was. He blasted it back 10 feet.
And then 2 in front of
And
Cadell.
2 in front of
There's
Cadell,
3
and
in
1
total.
behind. No, there's 4 left in total.
4 left.
2 in front of Cadell, 1 behind the flaming body who previously wasn't able to get into melee range, 1 that was left that Thunder was fighting. He blasted the other one.
Right, so
So
we've got
one's in
four.
front of Thunder.
Yeah, one's in front.
No,
So-
Thunder's moved.
I'm behind you.
Yeah.
I moved.
There's you.
Oh.
There is 15 feet between you and a skeleton. To your right is Cadell, and in front of him is 2 skeletons that he's engaging in combat. Then there's behind that is a flaming corpse, and behind that another skeleton.
Right. So there's none in like melee range in front of me then.
You will be able to melee one of the ones in combat with Cadell.
Right. Well, in that case, I'm picking out my quarterstaff, and I'm going to use my bonus action. Shellac.
Okay.
Shiliak.
However you pronounce that,
And for one of the skellies in front of me.
okay.
so
Yes,
what am I
there's the
on?
one that you can reach that's just in front of you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's one.
So
Okay, so
D20 to hit.
D20, and that is a 12
Plus, yeah.
plus. What am I looking at?
Actions with your quarterstaff. It's plus 2, so it's a 14 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
14. And then what's mine?
I think with your Shiliak, it's a. If you go up.
Will you just let me look myself?
And,
No, just let me do it.
she's the captain now.
Right, so it's 5.
Arabella takes over.
5 hit
Rips
points.
his
No,
insignia off.
plus 5. So it's 1
It's 1d8 plus 3.
1d8 plus 3.
Yeah.
So which is a d8.
The diamond one.
Where am I?
Yeah,
That's
so-
not that's not 8.
Oh, well, it's
4.
it's
that
yeah,
one, innit?
yeah, that's the one.
That's the 8, isn't it?
Yeah. It's
Yeah,
that plus 3.
So it's up, right. Alright. I've got to see that from
And
here.
it's a 1 plus 3.
Nice.
Oh, sorry, no.
Not a 1.
It's a 4 plus 3.
4 plus 3.
But then it's a magical weapon as well.
Yeah. Well, you hit it and you absolutely obliterate it.
Nice.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, it was plus 5 on the
Yeah, plus 5 to hit.
celiac.
Yeah, plus 5 to hit,
Yeah.
which you did. And then
So,
it's,
well, I've obliterated it anyway.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you've
yeah.
hit it and completely obliterated it.
Excellent.
Yeah.
I just went,
Yeah.
knocked his.
Two-handed swing.
his friggin'
Whoosh. Yeah, and it just into
Well,
bits.
think to
Yeah.
that.
and it disintegrated into dust.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Are
Right.
you? Yeah, that's you done.
That's me done, yeah.
Then there was just Skelly 4 went down, so Skelly 2. So yeah, there's the other skeleton that's been knocked back from where Thunder was. It's 15 feet from you. Shambles his way up. I've said shambles more tonight than I have
You
said
have, yeah.
that I have.
It's a shambles.
It's,
There's a lot
it's
of
an
shambles.
absolute shambles.
Really, I'm shambling.
The shambling horde. But yeah, and then makes its way up to
So we're down
Arabella.
to 3 skellies now, aren't we?
Yeah, we're down to
In
3 now,
total?
yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm just taking notes.
2, 5, and 6, as far as my notes are concerned. So then it makes its way up to Arabella, and then strikes. And only strikes for a 9 to hit, which I assume doesn't.
Not enough.
I didn't think it would. do.
I think Arabella's armor's 13 as well. Was it 12?
12.
12.
Oh yeah, great. Yeah, then it comes up to you, and it just makes a swing at you, and you, after kind of obliterating its undead, I was going to say colleague. I don't think undead skeletons have colleagues. They're just it's
Colleague.
Yeah, it's the other skeleton. You just obliterated one of them,
9 to 5.
and then, and then it makes a swing at you, and then you just ping, and just kind of block it with your stuff.
No, just go.
Boom. Yeah.
What the fuck was that?
Yeah,
and then
them
that
two
was
used to carpool together.
Yeah, that's it. You just killed his mate. What the hell? They were just expecting a nice day in the office. No.
Jeff, he was going to give me a lift home.
Jeff, not Jeff. Yeah, at which point then it is Hector's turn.
Oh,
With
I
no
know,
fear.
I'm not scared. No fear.
Yeah.
I look up, I'm like,
And with
why
with
was I
your
scared?
full movement, you can get it into melee range. So there's
Melee
one,
range.
there's one in front of Oribella, one in front of Cadell, and then
Yep.
10 feet behind that is one more.
Okay.
Bearing
Yeah,
in
I'm
mind
just
that after what
I'm-
we've just learned, there's possibilities of some sort of union rep getting involved now.
Mm.
If you do actually attack it.
So I'm just gonna charge through, attack the one that I
Okay.
get to first. It's a 2. It's a 2. In fact, it's
You've
a
got
2.
bardic inspiration.
Does he though?
Yeah, he has, and it only lasts 10 minutes.
Yeah, that was
No.
like the other
And
thing,
rounds of
wasn't it?
But I'm gonna expend one of my superiority dice to roll a d8 and make it a precise attack. So it'd be
Is this the one attacking Cadell or Oribella?
Oribella.
Okay.
Oribella. Cadell can handle himself.
Yeah,
So
you can.
yeah, I'd rolled a 2 plus 6, so that was 8, and I've just rolled a 6 on the precise attack. That makes it a 14 to hit.
Yep, yeah, that hits.
Cool. And that is 6 plus 4, so that's 10 damage.
Nice, and that was enough to do it.
Decent.
Nice. Very nice.
Cool. So just come charging in, like a big cleave right through the side of it with a halberd.
Nice.
And then,
yeah, then the rest of it just kind of crumples to the
Yeah.
floor as you kind of.
am I close enough to take the other end and swing for the one next to Cadell? With my bonus?
Does that need to be on the same target?
No.
It does not
Yeah,
specify.
it's just a bonus attack.
Then
No,
fine. Yeah,
just a-
go ahead.
yeah.
You'll be in melee range of it.
7 plus 6, so that's a 13 to hit.
The 13. Ooh, I think it just hits, but let me just double check that.
Just hit.
Yeah, it just hits. Yeah.
And that's a 2 plus 4 of bludgeoning damage.
4
Oh,
again doesn't do as much as you think it should.
Yeah. Cool. That's my go.
Great stuff. At which point then it is the Skellies go.
So we're down 2 skellies now.
2 Skellies. Yep.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
so the one directly engaged with Cadell goes first and just strikes to it'll continue striking at Cadell just because it doesn't have the intelligence to think of anything else other than what it's focusing on. But then that's only hitting for 11, which I assume you don't.
What was that, an 11?
Doesn't hit you for 11, does it?
No,
No.
14.
No. So
14
it's enough for you just to go ping and deflect that one out of the way. So yeah, you know what you're doing. There's only one target left, and that's that one's turn. Then the one behind it kind of makes its way around the little bonfire you've made and attacks Hector, who is now the closest one for him to get to. A total of 20. 15 plus 5. Yeah.
That hits him.
Yeah. I thought it would. And then it'll hit you for a total of 6 piercing damage.
Cool.
Thunder, your turn.
Yeah, so there's just 2 left, is it?
Just the 2
2 left.
One engaging Hector, one engaging Cadell.
I'll step up to the. Have I got enough movement to step up?
Yep.
I'll step up and strike at with my rapier again.
You can get into melee range with the one attacking Hector, not the one attacking Cadell. Yeah.
That'll do.
Yep.
Yes,
make an attack roll.
It's an 8
Does that plus and plus?
with the finesse, which is +2, was it?
Oh yeah, that was right. So no, that misses. You in fact you come charging in and go shoo, 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 and then lance through, and it just kind of goes between ribs.
Nice. Fair enough. Then I go tick 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 tick.
Yeah, but it doesn't do any damage.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. I'll cast Bardic Inspiration on Hector on the way out if I can.
Okay. You can. You don't have any movement left, so you're still there in combat. So then it is Cadell's turn.
Well, again,
Yep.
well, I've got a skelly in front of me, haven't I? So
You do.
I'm gonna take a swing at this skelly.
Mm-hmm.
Well, again, right, good old barbarian ragey.
Do you have any other weapons other than your two?
I've got my javelins. Yeah.
You've
Oh,
also got a
Which-
glaive, which you never use.
Which, yeah, I know, because I've got two-handed attack.
You're a
so-
two-handed specialist, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's not worth it.
Yeah.
My first one is a 5 plus.
He is a
Specialist.
two-handed specialist.
Oh, for God's sake! God.
Oh, John.
Oh,
I just
boy.
got a glimpse of your face, and then
You're a
Andrew going.
perfect bard.
So it's a 5. It's a 5 plus 6, which is an 11.
11 misses.
Do I hit it with an 11?
Nope.
No, I
Misses.
miss it. Right, so I've missed with that one. And a natural 20.
Ooh, nice. Roll your damage dice, double your dice, and just add your bonuses on.
Side story: Cadell goes skiing.
Yeah.
You need to two.
No. I roll 1 and we double it, and then I add on my extra.
So you rolled a
I'll
1,
drop-
which doubles to 2, plus your 6
So
is 8.
I rolled a 3 for damage, which
Oh,
is
3,
double
sorry.
to
Yep.
which is double to 6,
Yep.
and then the plus 4 is a 10.
Plus
So
your rage,
10.
Plus you
Oh shit! Plus my 2. All right, so it's 12.
Yeah.
So it's 12.
which was enough to kill it.
Nice.
So I missed. Being all ragey and pissed off, I swing my first one, and it just slices straight past it, and it just hears a whisper of air as my axe goes past
A
its head.
whisper there. A whisper there.
A whisper of air.
Yeah.
But then my second one goes straight for the onto the neck,
Oh, shit. Oh, fuck. Sorry.
Stunk.
takes its head off, and then
It was that
as
whistle.
its head flies off, I give it a bump into the head.
It goes
And
clattering along
There he
the
goes,
floor.
clattering away.
Yeah, fantastic stuff. Meridian, there's just one skeleton left. Engaged with
Excellent.
both Thunder and Hector.
So he's close enough that if I do any sort of area attack, it's going to fuck them up as well.
Yep.
Yeah, it's going to hurt them as well.
Yeah.
Okie dokie. In that case, I shall. Well, they're only pussies. I'm just going to use a cantrip. I'm going to fire off. Firebolt. I'll shoot firebolt at it.
Okay.
You are fireball cantrip.
Is that a cantrip?
Nice.
Okay.
Oh, it's a sorcery.
So that's with my bonus. So it's a 7 plus 5. So that's a 12 to hit.
12 does not hit. Yeah, again, another one goes down the
Who did
corridor.
the cat noise?
Not corridor, into the room, and blasts against the side of the sarcophagus.
I'm even more glad that I didn't waste a fucking spell slot on that fucking.
Yeah.
Anything
You
else?
shouldn't fucking ribcage it, dude.
Oh, why has my spell slots reset themselves? I've used each. Bear with me.
You've used one first level and one second level, haven't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's from last time as well because we haven't rested.
No, we have.
We haven't had a fight for fucking ages.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Last
We
episode
came in
was
here
pure
for
wrestling.
Pubs.
Hmm.
Straight from the pub.
So who's he up against? Hector.
Hector and Thunder.
I've already used one of my.
Oh, you must have forgotten to reset it. You've used one of your second.
Just bearing in mind, I do have a hand inside this thing.
I used
Well,
my...
You'll have retrieved your rapier from.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna use another sorcery point and use another cantrip as a bonus action.
Okay.
Have another crack at Thunderbolt. Firebolt, sorry.
Okay. Make an
And
attack.
probably fucking miss again. But I'm going to use a different dice. I'll use my pretty one.
Come on, pretty one.
Dice.
Oh, natural 20! Come on,
Boom.
pretty dice!
Then
Pretty
roll your
dice, roll.
damage then, please.
Right, so does that class as a critical then?
Yes.
Yeah, double shit. Double
No,
shit.
Doubles your dice roll.
So it works. It works the same with spells as melee attacks. If you roll 20 with a spell, you still get a critical spell.
Yeah.
Right.
I should be rolling a
Devastating.
D10 for damage. So do I roll 2 D10 for
No,
damage?
you
then?
just
No,
roll the
it's
one d10, but just double the value that it's on.
Oh, right. Oh, that's even better.
This skeleton's fucked.
Yeah, it's dead.
No, I rolled a 1.
Oh,
Two points of
Oh,
damage.
fucking hell.
Does it add anything, or is it just the 2 damage?
It's just 2 damage. A
Fair
flammable
enough.
object ignites.
It's
That's
not a
two.
flammable object; it's a skeleton.
Yeah. So, yeah, so
Um,
just, yeah.
But yeah,
To make you feel better, I'll hold a torch as you do.
yeah. So
It's an unlit torch.
but yeah,
The
you
world's
hit
falling
it,
violin.
blasted against it. You dealt some damage, but then that was that. At which point, then it is Oribella.
got one skeleton left.
Yeah,
One
that's it,
skeleton
yeah.
left,
Skeleton.
which is just holding on for dear life.
Well,
He's been very lucky.
gonna-
This one
Just
skeleton,
gonna go in with my quarterstaff and go for a fucking headshot.
which is still a
Try and kill
magical
it.
weapon, isn't it?
Which is a magical weapon. Yes.
Yep. Cool
I want a
beans.
magical weapon.
It's because she's got the cantrip to turn any stick into a magical weapon.
Ah,
Yeah,
Because
I've got a
she's
shitty
she's
dagger.
got a
Yeah,
quarterstaff, she can turn
the,
it
um,
into a
the-
magical
my
weapon.
Yeah,
quarterstaff.
the Shellyak like imbues any
That's what I used
wooden
last time.
weapon
And
with
it's a
like
cantrip, so
it's like it imbues it with magical flame, so it
Which
like,
is awesome.
it
awesome
lights
spell,
up with
really
like,
is.
magical fire. And
can you use cantrips more than once?
cantrips you can use many
yeah,
times
yeah,
as you want,
Well, I might as well.
but it's already your Shellyack's already running because it lasts for a
Yeah,
minute,
yeah.
so it lasts 10 rounds. So
I'm just going in for another.
another,
Yeah.
another
You'll just have to do a little bit of movement just to head around Thunder, but yeah, then you'll roll an attack.
Move in and go for a fucking headshot.
so
D20.
D20.
Oh,
A natural
20!
20.
It's a fucking 20.
Great,
God.
roll your
Ooh,
damage.
headshot.
Which is a D8. A D8 and then double it.
So whatever this is and double it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then plus 3.
7.
Double it,
Double it,
14 plus
You've
3.
you've destroyed
17.
it easy.
You have literally swung your
more than
flaming
enough.
magical staff into this skeleton.
Orabella,
And
getting well annoyed, ignites her staff with magical flame
Release my
and just
rage.
started racking up the kill count.
Oh yeah. Oh,
Druid
yeah.
rage.
absolutely obliterates.
3 kills tonight.
Yeah.
Meant to be healer, and she's taken out more than we
I
are.
know, yeah. You're just letting the side down.
Tonight as well.
You're making
If
everybody
you've
look bad.
gone first down that corridor,
That's
I
it.
wouldn't be-
You have killed everything in the room, gentlemen. The pile of the mummy corpse is still smouldering on the floor.
Like
Yeah.
this on that.
We like to investigate.
Thunder whips lad out and starts.
Yeah, I put it
Pissing
out,
on
I'm
it.
dousing it out.
Yeah. Starts putting out the mummy.
Yeah, what, you
um,
pissing on its fire?
I want to put it out so I can search it. Oh no, I'm resistant to fire anyway. I'll just have a look.
Resistant but not immune. You would still take damage.
Cop.
All right, I'll dampen it down then. Big lad's out.
I'll help him so he gets a.
Yeah.
Alright, yeah.
We'll
Everyone,
Don't
Come on,
stand around
it's
it and have a
been
piss.
a while
Circle.
since you've been
Don't
down
worry
there
about
and
that. Look
you've
the other way.
not
Throw
had
me
the
ass, man.
opportunity. So what's everybody else doing while they're getting lads out? Compare
I would
sizes.
love-
I'll
getting lads out.
have a look in the I'll have a look in the sarcophagus. Where it is.
No.
You look inside this sarcophagus
I would
and
like to.
sorry, yeah, it's an open sarcophagus, but you look inside and see skeletal remains inside.
Oh, there's one. Oh,
I'd like to investigate those skeletal.
You're at the other side of the room.
Well, yeah, we're not in
Well,
combat now.
Oh, we're all together.
We're not in
I thought it
combat
was-
now.
I thought
We're
Hector
we're,
was
Not in
jumping
combat
out.
now.
We're
we
out
can do
of
what the fuck we
combat.
want.
Yeah, whatever you want.
I'd like to go back in the
Back
corridor
freely.
and get my javelin.
We're gonna do
Oh,
last
yeah.
while I'm
Yeah,
pissing.
fair enough.
Good point.
Can I retrieve my other javelin and come back?
Yeah. Cadell's javelin's currently being urinated on.
uh,
I don't want his. I want mine that's in the
Yeah,
corridor.
no, you can go back and get yours. Fine.
there's,
So,
Right,
and
um,
there's,
I'm wandering
there's-
off to go and get mine.
I will.
other than the body in that sarcophagus, there's nothing else.
What, do you want to
I
make
was
an
going to say,
investigation roll?
I would like to roll an
Thunder was having a
investigation.
look as well, weren't you?
I'm just pissing on that guy.
Oh
you
yeah, you
guys
were.
are doing
Sorry,
that.
it was
I'll get my
Cadell. Sorry.
javelin.
So Cadell.
Sorry, yeah,
I
I-
for a week.
I would like to investigate the sarcophagus. I would like
Sarcophagus,
to
yeah.
investigate
Go for it.
sarcophagus.
Yeah,
Sarcophagus.
yeah. I rolled a
Sarcophagus.
4 minus 1.
So how much? Sorry.
3 total.
Oh yeah, no. It's a skeleton.
Wait a minute.
It's a body.
Was Hector?
Well,
looking in the
yeah, I
sarcophagus.
said you both were able to do it, so you can make your own roll.
I'd have given you bloody. I'd have given
Just
you
look,
advantage.
just look, Aiden. Just find
Just
it.
have a
Right,
look.
I'm
Just have a
looking.
look,
He's
fine.
fucked it. He's fucked it.
And a 13.
Oof. Not bad.
You have a bit of a. You start leaning in a little bit more because it's quite tall. And because you're much taller, it only comes up to about your waist. You can just kind of pivot and just kind of get then stuck in much more easily than Hector can. So you kind of move the skeleton about a bit. Yeah, it's still nasty and rank in there. You do find in there the remains of an old sword in there, but it's heavily rusted from being sat in decomposing matter for a long time. But then that is all, and then that is it. Occasional bits of like cloth and material and things like that, but there's nothing of note, nothing else of note that you find in there.
Can I take the old sword with me?
You can, yeah. You draw it out. It's a long sword, heavily rusted.
I'll take it with me and put it in my backpack.
Okay, it
Well,
is covered
wearing a
in
backpack.
decomposed matter.
I'd like to.
A bit of a brush off.
I'd
Bit
like
of
to
a wipe
use.
clean.
Yeah.
Can I use?
In the meantime, Thunder and Meridian have doused the fire.
Yes, we have. Yeah.
What are you doing?
Crossed beams at one point, I believe.
Don't cross the beams.
Cross the beams.
I did mine right in his mouth.
Did you?
What
are you doing
Thunder's
now,
mouth
gents?
Or the ashy?
Anyway, gents, what are you doing?
Giving the big lad
a
a good flick off and then popping it back in my
Pop
trousers.
it away,
Alright.
but I still got that little tinkle down my leg. Doesn't matter how hard you shake it.
Yeah, you've got robes. Nobody else sees it.
Oh yeah, I've got robes on, haven't I? Yeah. Oh, I've got wet leg.
Bella's horrified by two.
I'm going to see if there's any other entrances to this room other than our entrance.
There is an exit at the
They
back,
both
but
look
there's
like
not
office.
one other obvious exit at the back. Do you want to make an investigation generally for the room?
No, if I can see, I'd like to just see if there's anything else kicking about.
You want to just make an investigation roll then for investigating the room.
Can I give him advantage? Oh no, I've already made an action.
You can't see in the dark.
Yes, good point.
I got
Yeah.
a 12.
Okay.
Do I put anything plus on that or not?
Well, your investigation, whatever your investigation skill is.
It's
Excuse me.
nothing.
All right.
Yeah, well, there you go then.
So yeah,
Well,
you have a quick once around the room, but what you do find is some markings on the wall and writing. And
In what scripts?
yeah, it's in Infernal.
Oh wow.
And you are looking at it, and actually, now you're looking at this in more detail. These markings are it's music. It's music notation.
Oh, really? Shit, dude. I'm going to play that shit.
You get your lute out. You start playing. As soon as you start playing, and these words are, it's just a song. So you start singing these lyrics. I assume you're singing it in Infernal.
Yes, please.
Okay. Everybody else stops what they're doing and hears thunder just strumming away.
Someone in a Balrog.
it's-
Someone in a Balrog.
It is my other section of notes.
Oh, dear.
Um,
You're gonna start singing
Yeah.
it first, John.
It's
No.
all Infernal. You don't understand
You're
a word of it anyway.
It just went.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Infernal, innit?
It's- but the music itself, regardless of the fact that you don't understand what it's saying, it is beautiful and almost sorrowful. And thunder, as you kind of singing through it, you could tell before you even started that as it was kind of titled, that it's a song entitled "The Lament." And although you're surrounded by the dead, it's not lamenting death. As you kind of sing through it, you can tell that it kind of laments the end to kind of a golden age of civilization, an end to cooperation, and the death of peace.
Savage.
And as you know, that a lot of bards, especially historical bards, made songs that were singing about historical fact and kind of told stories about real things that were happening at the time. And as you're kind of playing and singing, everybody else, as they're looking at you, you can tell at a certain point on the way through it, he just kind of glazes over. And although he's still playing and he's still singing it, but he's no longer looking at what is written on the wall, like he's somehow always known it. But as far as Thunder's concerned, your vision tends to it doesn't necessarily go dark as such, but it kind of focuses narrowly. You're no longer aware of your surroundings. But you see, stood in front of you, a tiefling.
Yakariah.
And he steps forward to you. And says, "Not Yacharias. It has been a great many years since Yacharias Cole has left the material plane. Yet your destiny is close to his. Follow the path laid out before you, and you will find what you seek. And the names of you and your friends will be sung for eternity.
So good.
We have been watching you and your party. We will care for you and keep a watchful eye on you and your friends." And and as for everybody else is kind of watching Thunder just playing in a trance, you don't hear or see any of this. But what you do then see is kind of a wave of energy that comes emanating from Thunder himself. And then as all this wave of energy passes through you all, similar experience, your vision narrows. And you all see something different. Cadell, you see stood before you a middle-aged man, human man, that with one hand and a sword sheathed by his side, He has mid-length wavy hair and a grey beard. Tell me, Cadell the Fearless, why do you protect those whom we've known but only a few weeks?
It's my duty to protect anyone in need. I want to help. I want to help everyone.
Your
It's what-
strength, your true strength, comes not from your muscles, but from your fierce loyalty and pure instinct to protect. Accept this gift. And he unsheaths his sword, and with his one hand just kind of flips it round and catches it on the blade end and hands it to you. And let it protect you and your friends as though they are family. And what are you doing? He's handing it out to you.
I will grab it and
As soon as you
thank the spirit.
the moment you take it,
He's giving you any weapon.
I don't know.
as soon as you grab the sword, it is physical. You grab it, and then he disappears, and your vision returns to normal. As far as everybody else sees, Hector, you see a male stood before you who has a kind of bright white tunic with the symbol of a blazing sun on his chest and pure white hair. You have wandered this land, aimless and without purpose.
I have.
The path that you now tread will lead you to justice and vengeance that you have long since wanted. And then at which point the symbol of the blazing sun on his chest becomes so bright and intensely like you're looking at the sun, you instinctively go to protect your eyes, and then as you open them again, you see on the arm that you've lifted up is a shield that wasn't your own, and your vision has returned to normal. Oribella, you see before you a woman, beautiful woman, who, as you gaze upon her, a pain that you didn't know you had, an aching pain in your heart from the events that have happened in recent weeks, that you've kept yourself so busy you'd forgotten it was there until you gazed upon her and it was gone. And she looks at you and says, life and death coexist. One cannot be without the other. Those who fight by your side know death all too well, and they know how to use it for their own gain. You have the power to bring them life, and in turn they will protect you. Just as these will. And then kind of just places over your head a satchel, just places around you. A satchel on you. Places one hand on your cheek caringly, caressingly. Farewell. And then she just fades away. And as she fades away, that pain returns. And because you noticed it disappearing and reappearing again, you feel it more than you had previously, but somehow feeling okay with it. Her presence was soothing Meridian. You see before you a dark-haired man, short dark hair, almost tight-fitting black clothes. You're a tricky one, aren't you? The lines of your heritage are more blurred than you know. If that's something to say, isn't it? You'll need the help of those around you. Your destinies are intertwined. This will help you on your journey. And almost like a bit of a sleight of hand, appears a diamond, a large diamond in his hand.
You time.
Why everybody get gear?
And hands
And
it
I just get
to you.
I fucking
back.
And he hands it to you. Again, as soon as you touch it, he disappears and your vision returns to normal. Thunder, I'd not finished with you, mate.
Oh, right. I thought
No,
I
it's
was
all right.
fuming.
I'd
Then,
not,
like.
I'd
I was like, what is going on?
I've not finished.
Before we do this, right?
Yeah.
Before you say on this thing, right? I was sat there thinking, you're not finished with Thunder, and you've done that, and John's just sat there going, everyone's getting fucking presents. I'm getting it.
I was like, I thought I just
No,
got.
no.
You're on the right path, mate.
Yeah. Well
Yeah,
done, Sam.
I was like,
You
oh,
go.
cheers, mate.
I was
But,
waiting for this exact moment
this-
that's about to happen. Sorry.
But yeah, sorry, this tiefling who stands before you, it's like, your path has not been easy, nor will it be. But your friends here, and they are true friends. Through generations they have been your friends. Trust
Oh,
them.
that's cute.
And as he fades away, his cloak that he was wearing, almost very Obi-Wan style, just crumples to the floor.
Nice.
And your vision returns to normal, and the robe is still there.
Sick.
Ooh.
I want to take that. I was going to pick that robe up then.
Yeah. As you pick up that robe,
Nice.
Thunder, you see on the back of it is kind of embroidered in the image of a gem-laced chalice. And you try it on. It is a perfect fit. And you feel
Warmer.
safer. Yeah, safer.
Safer. Cool.
But out of character, it is a cloak of protection.
Nice.
Mm.
Sweet.
Who's first? Cadell. You look over your longsword. That's what it is. It is a longsword. And for the time being, you feel nothing particular. It's a good, well-crafted, pristine longsword. No gems in it. But on the hilt, just where the sword meets it, is a symbol of a sword held aloft. And that's all you know for now.
You chuck your shit one away now, Eden.
So-
Hector.
Sorry, just Mettering.
Yep.
Do I
You don't add
change
anything
my?
on it. No, don't add anything on it. I will add something to your list.
Okay.
Hector, you
Careful.
look down at the shield and it seems perfect for you. It is a shield designed to be wielded with a spear. And as you look at the front, it has the emblem of the blazing sun upon the front. And that for now is all you know.
I'm loving this. Fucking loving this.
And
That was
Meridian,
beautiful.
you have a big ass shiny stone.
would
big
big
ass
ass shiny stone be of value of 50 gold or more by any
Yes,
chance?
yes, it would.
Get the fucking excellent. Oh, you wait till I level up. Open some bitch ass spells.
What's in my satchel?
Oh, yeah,
Yes,
we'll
your
get to that.
satchel.
Worms.
Are you
Worms.
looking in it or reaching in it?
I want to look at it and
You
see
look
what's
in
in there.
it. You don't see anything inside. Looking at it is a grey bag, and on the front is the symbol of a falcon in flight on the front.
Reaching it.
Can I reach in and see what I can?
Yeah, you reach inside, and you can feel something furry, fuzzy, about full hand size.
I'm stood behind
You,
it.
you draw it out. It's like a tribble,
Oh,
but it
it's not
doesn't.
like a
It
little
doesn't.
mouse.
Star Trek reference, mate.
Oh,
Yeah.
It's
Little
just a
furry
ball of
ball.
fur, like the nondescript ball of fur, which doesn't seem to be breathing or alive at the moment. What are you doing with it?
Gonna
Heal it.
bring it back to life.
But you don't
Okay.
think it's dead. It doesn't seem dead nor alive. It just seems to be neither.
Right.
Gonna talk to it.
Do you want? Yeah, talk to it.
I'll try and talk to it.
It doesn't.
If I use my
It doesn't.
So-
You talk to it. It doesn't react.
Okay.
It's out with a presence.
What do I do with this fucking ball of fluff?
That's
What do I do with this ball of fluff? It won't talk to me.
It's up to you. What do you want to do with it?
Oh, I don't know. I can't bring it back to life because it's not dead.
No, it's not dead.
I can't communicate with it.
Nope.
Throw it.
Throw it.
I'm thinking something along the lines of druids. Something to do with druids' skills or.
I don't know.
Get back in the bag. What hatch you're saying?
What's the point of having a ball of fluff? There must be some use for it, and I don't know what to do with
Be a
it.
furry egg.
A big furry egg.
Fairy egg.
Be a mammoth testicle. Who knows?
Yeah.
Big on that.
I don't know. I don't know what to do with it. I have no idea.
All right.
I have no idea.
Well,
It.
I'm not chucking it. I'll put it back in the bag. Might be useful later.
I said lick it. Don't chuck it.
Oh, lick it.
well, I think
Lick it.
I'll just say that instinctively, you place it on the floor.
Okay.
Roll the d8,
Thank you,
please.
Tom. D8.
Oh.
See,
Oh, we
I
get.
wanted you to help me with this one. Right. D8. Oh, fuck, which
Oh,
one's
wow.
8?
Yeah, diamond one.
No, it's that one.
Yeah, that's the one.
Oh.
Yeah, that's the one.
I've got to
You could
find
get a pet.
It's
I've got-
6.
It's a 6.
a 6. Hang on, I've got to find it again now because I've not actually looking at it. My apologies. Just bear with me a moment.
You've got a ye old Pokemon.
Yeah. Gotta catch him.
Instinctively, you want to be the very best, like no one ever was.
Yeah. You've rolled a 6.
Right, a 6. All right, okay. So this ball of fluff on the floor starts to quiver and shake, and it starts to grow bigger. Its fur on it changes, and it gets bigger. It starts to grow legs. It grows like a head, starts getting longer and thinner. Its fur becomes black and white, and gets bigger and bigger, and
You've got a
until
fucking
you,
wolf.
it is a giant badger.
A bat.
Giant
A giant badger,
badgers are fucking nasty.
which
Can I call him Bud?
Can if you want.
Badger the
Yeah,
badger.
yeah, definitely.
Badger.
Badger the Badger.
But yeah, there's currently a badger
Oh,
that's
now can I talk to him?
looking at you. Yeah, it understands you.
There.
Yeah,
Hi, Mr. Badger.
it doesn't
How
necessarily
you doing?
communicate in words as such as
I'm just
feelings,
stroking it and
understanding. Yeah, and it's liking it.
talking to it.
It's been very friendly to you, and it's doing as it's told, and you can kind of command it.
So is it like?
You've got a.
Is it-
You've got a.
Is
friggin-
it big enough for me to like get on the back of it and?
Yeah.
No,
No.
Look,
it's
badgers-
a massive ass badger,
badgers
but
are
not big enough to ride.
Badgers have got like
Yeah,
razor
they've got
sharp
razor sharp
claws,
claws, yeah,
razor
yeah.
sharp teeth. They can burrow underground and. So
They're
They've got
black
nasty
and white, so they're really good for racial harmony.
and
They can rip a tire off a car. Oh, we don't have cars in this
They've
world.
got a nasty bite of
Yeah.
badgers. Very sharp teeth.
Yeah,
but you've got a little minion. You've got a little minion.
A little.
No,
and
but
what? And everybody who took damage has been healed.
Oh, nice.
no.
It's a
Alright.
healing badger.
No, it's not from the badger. It's from your visitations.
Oh wow.
So
And now we've got thunder.
and Cadell, your wound that you took from the mummy had black veins coming out from it, like it had infected you.
Shit.
But just from since you've had these visions, it's already fading.
Oh, thankful for that.
We replace spell slots as well, or was it literally just health?
It was health.
I don't give a shit. I didn't get a. I didn't get a badger. So
There you go.
bollocks.
So Mettering,
Yes.
that wound I took from the mummy, if we hadn't killed it, each turn that would have hurt me like fuck.
No, not each turn. This is much more long term and much more deadly. It's mummy rot, which every day you would have taken.
I've got a disease.
You would have taken 3d6 damage off of your maximum hit points. If you hit maximum hit points reaches 0, there would be no way of healing you or bringing you back.
Oh, total character death.
That would be a total character death, but you are cured of it.
Because we killed the bastard.
Yeah, it's a curse,
Excellent.
basically. It was a curse.
Right. So now, Thunder's.
Thunder,
Right,
yeah,
Thunder's
we've done Thunder. It was a
That's just
protection,
a cloak of protection.
cloak of protection.
Oh, right, okay.
So, yes,
So
I'll look at everybody with their new game, but like, so you guys, did that happen to you guys as well? Did you have a vision?
Yeah.
Where the fuck does Badger come from?
New companion.
Oh yeah.
Me
We would have
and
been in
your
a
friend,
trance
Badger.
and then just come round and there's a badger.
Everyone kicking the fuck out of the badger.
Roll for initiative, quickly.
Friendly.
Hello,
You-
Bodger.
Oh,
You
Friendly.
can,
I'm gonna call him Bodger. Everybody, this is Bodger.
Hello, Bodger.
He's very friendly. He
Yeah,
does
he
us
is
up
very
every while and
friendly,
goes,
yeah.
oh, hello. Oh, hello,
Oh, give
hello.
me a little stroke. Give me a little stroke.
Yeah,
And
he
he now
cautions
knows-
at first with anybody else to join it, but then he's like,
We're all
"Oh,
in the
okay then."
same pack. He
So-
knows he's got to protect us all.
Yeah.
So, sorry, but Mettering.
Yep.
Is Bodger going to have his own stats and skills
A
and
standard giant badger stats.
Right. So
Oh,
I mean,
is it?
there is such a thing as a standard giant badger.
It's,
Yeah.
there's a stat block in the
How
in the
big
course
actually is
book.
he, Tom?
Oh, is
it's
it?
hard to know what a
How
standard
big?
Will you
giant.
shut up? I'm asking.
Sorry.
How big is he?
Let me
Just so I get an idea. How
let me look it up.
on sort of scale.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Giant badger. Giant.
Can I also ask
Badger.
how long is left?
As long as we want. we could end it now if you really want.
I'm gonna back out soon if that's all right.
No, that's absolutely fine. I know you've got an early one in the morning. A giant badger it's big for a badger. It's still only classed as a medium beast on a battle map. It still only takes up a 5 square feet space.
Right.
So it's big.
A standard badger's pretty fucking big anyway.
Yeah.
Well,
I only saw my first badger last year. I'd never seen a badger till last year, and I was like, Jesus, fucking, it's like a
we'd
bear.
say it's
The
like.
normal badgers are actually quite big. But no,
I thought they were like cats.
But in D&D,
Massive.
a giant badger is like 5 foot. We'll say
5 foot. Right,
Jesus.
I need to just have a. I need to just write that down, right?
5 foot from, I'll say, nose to bum.
5 foot in length.
Yeah.
In length, yeah.
And
Yeah,
5 foot long.
You could ride that.
I mean, 5 foot long.
If you held on tight, I wouldn't
Oribe's
like it.
not massive. She's not an elf. She's not very big.
But so if
It'd certainly pull you along on a skateboard.
you're gonna have to get off. So is there anything
It's
more
fine.
is there anything more we know, or is
during your investigations of this room, the one other exit was another staircase leading down, but only about 15 feet down into it, it's had some sort of cave-in and is impassable.
Right.
So it looks like the thing we were sent down here to kill was the mummy.
The mummy, yes.
Well,
Certainly
Oh,
seems
that was a
that way.
piece of piss. I got a diamond
No,
out
we're
of it, and a
lucky.
badger.
we're lucky.
So
Today's
we-
been
we-
a good
We're
day.
really fucking lucky.
You'll all be leveling up.
Yes.
Cool.
About fucking time.
I'm gonna write that down so that
Level 3 for a month.
so are we all good to do next Sunday then?
Yes.
I should be able to.
Yes.
I have no
So-
social life apart from you.
Next episode will be next Sunday. So then, due to life happening, there won't be another one for another 4 weeks after that. So,
Wow.
yeah, with 3 weeks we're busy. Yeah, 3 weeks of being busy, and then the week after that.
And then the
So it's
fourth week,
4
yes,
weeks.
yes, yes.
Yeah.
We
So
might be able
next
to do
week's
a
the next
third week,
episode.
but I don't know.
Catch us next week. But until then, bosh.
Wait, love you all.
Oh,